Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. I'm Sal.
I'm Jason.
Hey. So Jason's in town, and we're going to shoot a back issues later today. We actually shot the normal scheduled back issues yesterday, which you were actually privy to for some of the time when you were conscious.
Yes. I took a nap through most of it, honestly, because I'm totally jet lagged.
Yeah, so, hopefully that wasn't an indication of the content of the, show.
It was,
no, you were in another room. And, but you did finish. You actually read a whole comic book before you did.
I read two entire comic books.
I don't know about the first one.
The first one was
What was your reading material?
Okay, well the first one I read was so back in the 80s, Dark Horse did a terrible series called Droids. It's about the adventures of R2D2 and C3PO before they come into the ownership of Bail Organa.
Yeah, now was Droids a prequel series? Is that the idea?
Yeah, kinda. The idea before the prequels came out and became canon that
3PO was built by
right, but the idea is they were very old. They were hundreds of years old.
Yes, and
they had been counterparts for that time.
Right.
This was a generally accepted fact in the Star Wars universe, and this book kind of plays into that. This series plays into that, and that this is like a couple hundred years before or whatever.
Right.
And they're like in the employ of the Baron, who's in charge of this world, and they have adventures, and it's not very good.
Yeah.
But it's fun and it's kind of kitschy.
But is it better than the Droids cartoon show, which took the same premise?
Infinitely.
I mean, that show.
That's not hard.
From the theme, it's not great.
Anyway, so I have the whole series.
Yes.
Original issues. The one I don't have is the special they did. R2's Day Out. You can't find it anywhere.
Is it like the movie Baby's Day Out, where like he gets into misadventures, like falls off of roofs, and
that's what you would expect.
That's what I would. Yeah.
So, it turns out that in Sal's extensive library in the back, he has the trade of Droids.
Yes,
and it has
R2's Day Out.
I'm like, oh my gosh! It's like I took a picture of it, sent it to my kids because they've been
clamoring for it. They didn't know it were.
Yeah. And so I finally got to read it. And it was like 3 pages long, and it was really dumb. The biggest letdown.
Sometimes that's important. It's actually it's a plight on many hardcore old school comic book fans, where it's like, when you had a limited budget and you had limited access and maybe limited time, for me especially, like my folks didn't want to foster the comic book habit, so like I'd have spending money for other things and use it on comics, and I'd be like, I want this adventure, or I'd look through back issues and find adventures and be like, oh, that's like a 3 or 5 part adventure, and I have enough money for one, right? So I'd get one, and then I just have to fill in the blanks with my own imagination or with happenstance someday. But a lot of missing pieces in my collection, and a lot of missing pieces in my head about what happened in some of them. And actually, it's thanks to like trade paperbacks that have given me an opportunity to fill in those gaps and get the answers to them. And a lot of them are like, oh,
yeah.
Like these long-standing things. There was a what if comic that was basically like, what if Captain America were revived today? And by today, I mean like 1996 or 94.
Sure,
probably 94. And it's ridiculous, and a lot of Spider-Man glazing for no good reason, just because Spider-Man was the most popular superhero back then.
Right.
You have to imagine a time, folks, when Spider-Man was a very popular superhero as opposed to now.
Is he not anymore?
No, I'm just joking. Oh. I'm being facetious. He's a $1 billion franchise every single time he makes a movie.
That's what
now.
I thought.
Yeah, no, he's super popular.
Yeah.
But he was popular then too. And but I only had part 1, and I could never find part 2. And what ifs were so disposable that it was like no one collected what if. At least comic shops weren't like, oh, we have every issue of what if. Or if they did, those what if comics were like jacked up in price, because back in the speculator boom, comics were expensive. And so it's just like, if I want to get the part 2 of that story, and I had to pay more than it was ever worth. And then eventually I did get it. I found it in a dollar bin, probably within the last 10 years. And it sucks.
Yeah. So I mean, that's how I filled out. So I have quite, I don't want to call it an extensive, but a fair-sized 80s and 90s Dark Horse Star Wars collection.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was like going to cons and digging through. They used to be dollar bins for these books to build out that collection.
Yeah.
And then most recently, a couple of years ago, I was at a con and I met this guy, and he had so many bins of stuff.
Yeah.
And I found almost everything I needed to fill out.
Oh, your collection.
It was like 8 or 9 books.
Oh my God.
To finish out. But they were like $10 a piece.
I that's always the case. Like
Right.
it's especially if like you find them nowadays. What used to be a great cache for like gold when it came to comics was like the dirt mall back where we were, and or garage sales and stuff like that. But like the internet has just ruined it, not just because of like people going online and selling them, but people who are too lazy to do that.
Right.
Or I mean, there's a sports shop not too far from here who they have an extensive comic book collection, but the collection is like scattered, and it was clearly that shop was set up in like 1991 and it hasn't been cleaned since 1995.
Right.
And I remember vividly like finding like a Wizard magazine, and I was like, oh, and it had no price on it because nothing in that store does.
No,
and I was like, oh, how much is this Wizard?
I know where you're going with this.
Exactly.
And I'm already angry.
Yeah, this periodical that sells you the latest in comic book news from 35 years ago. How much is this magazine? And he's like, well, let's have a look. And then like goes on the internet, and I'm like, you can keep it. Like literally keep it. Like this is almost a test for you, and you failed immediately. I don't want your magazine. Right. And he's like, no, hold on. What's cover price? I'm like, the cover price is 30 years old.
Right. I'm
not paying $5-6 for this magazine that has been sitting on your shelf since it came out.
Right. This is $1 or $2. Maybe.
Right. Yes. Maybe $2. I'm willing to give you $2 for this magazine.
Right.
That I want, and no one on earth else wants.
Which is evidenced by the fact that it's been sitting on your shelf for 15 years.
Yeah. If I can carbon date this. Yeah. So, but especially with like garage sales, you're like, oh, there's a comic book, or in one of those like I don't know, flea markets. It's like, oh, a comic book from 1991. Well, it's got a $10. It's going to have a $10 price tag on it, and they don't know how much it's worth. They have no idea. All they know is if it's old, it must be valuable.
Right. So this is a phenomenon across like
any collection
or anything that of any. Oh, it's vintage. It must be a lot of money.
It must be valuable.
It's like there are 3 people in the world who want this.
I'm one of them. I'm here today. The other guy lives in Denmark, and he's not coming.
Right.
No, it's rage inducing.
Right. The positive postscript to my wow, these are $10 a piece story.
Yes.
Is I was talking to the guy who owns it, and he runs this giant comic book shop with more long box dollar bins than I've ever seen in any one place in my life. And we were talking about being the persecuted Star Wars nerds in school, and he's like, all right,
I'll give you the real price.
Right, because I was like,
I've been looking for these.
It was not that many years ago that these were still $1. He's like, no, I know. He's like, all right, let's do it.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. And you didn't get all of them, as I recall.
Mostly. Well, and so here's the thing: is I have not been able to find. Our Tuesday Out has been the missing book of that collection. So and now I know that I never need to acquire.
You don't need to get it
because it was so dumb.
Yeah. What is our Tuesday? It's 3 pages. Tell us.
3 pages. Okay, so
what's the timeline? How many years before the Battle of Yavin?
I don't remember. Irrelevantly long ago.
Fair.
Right? Like before Anakin and Qui-Gon ever met.
Before Qui-Gon was invented.
That's right. Definitely before Qui-Gon was invented.
Yeah.
So R2 and 3PO go with the Baron to do a business negotiation.
Yes.
And the Baron's like, well, 3PO, I need you to translate, so this will go a lot smoother. R2, just guard the speeder.
Okay.
And then they leave. And the next frame, someone shows up and like shoots R2 like the Jawas shot him, like take him back. Like, finally.
Yeah,
right?
I anticipated being guarded by an astromech droid, so I know exactly how to stop him.
So they take him and like sell him into like the droid black market. And then so then he gets put on a ship, and the ship takes off.
Oh my god!
And he's off planet now.
Yeah, that's over. You're not going to get him back.
It's over. This is page 2. So then what happens is a bigger ship comes.
There's always a bigger ship.
Exactly. And attacks the other ship. It's like, hey, turn over your spice shipment now. And they're like, we only have droids. And so then they go to like, maybe they did have spice. I don't remember. Even though I just read it yesterday. I was really tired.
Well, I as I recall, when you finished reading it, you immediately passed out and fell asleep.
No. That was after the second book.
Oh, excuse me. That's right. You read another book.
I read a second book.
Yeah. Much longer.
Which I enjoyed.
Which you enjoyed.
I really enjoyed.
Good thing that was the order you read of it.
Yes. Anyway, so then R2 goes and steals an escape pod.
Oh.
And the other ship blows up. Oh. And R2 goes back to the planet.
How does he get back? He's like light years away. Did they go?
No, they hadn't left orbit yet.
Okay.
So
so he just lands back on the planet. Okay. God. Okay.
So he goes back down to the planet, lands outside of town.
Yeah.
Takes his droid wheels, goes back to town, makes it back to the speeder just as the Baron and 3PO come back. It's like, oh, good job guarding the speeder, R2.
Nice job, R2. And R2's like, whoo.
End of issue.
Lame.
I'm like,
I mean, that's cute. Look, that is someone's job. Someone was offered an opportunity to write Star Wars. They took that job.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Some folks, when you're given an opportunity to write like a penny ante podunk backup in a franchise comic book you love so much, you'll take the job.
I'm sure I don't know anyone like that.
I can't imagine. But listen, it was, and they considered it to be a tremendous opportunity.
Yeah, no, and so it was fine.
And it was.
And now I've read the mystery is solved.
The mystery solved.
My picture is complete.
Yeah, you can forget it. You can complete that now that it's on the internet for posterity. Right. You never have to remember it again. That's right. You can just remember you read it and go, it's not worth it.
And I talked to my kids last night at bedtime.
Oh, and you told them the tale of R2's day out?
I took a picture of it and I sent it to them. And they're like, oh my gosh.
What happened?
What happened? I'm like, it's
nothing.
Guys, I'm so sorry. And I recounted this and they're like, that's kind of lame. I'm like, yeah. Yeah,
that's 90% of Star Wars comics. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Fair.
I remember a droids story in which 3PO becomes like the revolution leader. Like there's an idea of like there's like a droid junkyard uprising and 3PO is at the epicenter.
I think that might have been a different series.
Yeah, it was called Droids, but it was like, but there were multiple Droids series.
Yeah, this is like the original Droids series run, which it was just Droids.
I would love to do that because you didn't know that story, and I grew up with that story. Mm-hmm. Like I grew up with 3PO, the junkyard droid, like revolution leader. Like there's an image that I'll never forget of 3PO like throwing up his arm in opposition to like their oppressors, and like what it's a story where I think the idea is that like 3PO's pushed too far.
Oh.
And I'm like, well, then how does he ever get back?
Right.
Like, why would he ever allow himself to be blown apart on Bespin?
Right, yeah.
Why would he put up with another 3PO counterpart saying Ichuta? I mean, we know how rude that is.
Just like snap that droid's neck.
He should have been like, how dare you speak to another compatriot like that with such disrespect?
Don't you know who I am?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that was Droids.
Yeah.
And there was also a horrible cartoon with the same name. I think they made an action figure like line out of them, or they were threatening to do it. Yeah. I mean, you have to understand, old Star Wars fans, like we took what we could get. Yeah. Like, and
we were fed a lot of crap.
We were fed a lot of crap, and there was very little like. But of course, Anthony Daniels is so covetous about the 3PO character. It's like if they're making a 3PO anything, 3PO is Anthony Daniels played 3PO in the C3PO's cereal commercials. And I understand why.
Yeah.
Because like Anthony Daniels isn't very talented, and he's like, if I allow there to be an understanding that I can be replaced, I will be replaced. And it's like, look, that's very true.
I mean, no, it's annoying, but I understand why he would do that.
I get it
from a man's got to eat standpoint.
100%.
Right? Yeah.
And I've met him, and I can tell you, any assumption you can make about him is 100% true.
Yeah. I saw him speak live once.
Really?
A totally random encounter. Have I never told you this?
No.
Oh, this is amazing. So when I was, I don't know, maybe 14 or 15, we took a family trip to Disney World.
Oh.
Which was awful for many reasons.
Not the least of which was that you were in Disney World, or at least Orlando.
One of the highlights of that trip is that I was old enough to leave my family behind
and
wander around the park alone.
That's pretty dope.
Great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I was wandering around the Star Wars land, like the Star Tours thing.
Oh, yes.
But before any prequels, so it was just like the weird, really disconnected Star Tours story about a mining droid or something. You're like, okay, fine, whatever. Anyway, as I'm wandering around, there's like a crowd is gathering. I'm like, oh, what's this? And Anthony Daniels is speaking. He's
cool.
Like addressing the crowd and telling stories about being C-3PO. And I'm like, oh, this is fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have freaked out.
Yeah. I'm like,
just on the day that I'm randomly here.
Randomly here, and randomly he's
Anthony
here.
Daniels is regaling us with his tales.
That was kind of a magical experience.
That is,
Disney World for me.
Yeah, Disney provided that magical experience for you. Yeah.
He's the story he was telling was in A New Hope when Luke is cleaning them up.
Mm-hmm.
And they're down in the hangar.
Yes.
And he's being dipped into the oil bath.
Yes.
And he said, and it was fine up until the oil started percolating through the suit. And and you can, he goes, there was a moment, you might not be able to catch it, but I can point it out where he kind of like cocks his head in a way as the oil was rushing around into the suit.
Right.
I'm like, oh, that's fun. So every time I watch the movie, I try and figure out at what point, like, the oil has percolated through the underpants of the suit.
Yeah.
And is making him go, ah!
My question is, why are you wearing pants? We don't see you from the feet down. Like,
don't we?
I don't think so.
I don't remember. Yeah. Where does he start when they're lowering him down?
Or at the very least, if you're planning this shot, it's like, we're going to lower a human in a metal suit into liquid. Remove as much of the metal suit as possible. How about you only shoot him from the waist up? No, I got to go for authenticity here.
Right. It has to be real.
It has to be real. It's like, it wouldn't be an indie movie if it weren't also deadly for the actors involved.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So anyway.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will tell you, Star Tours, I didn't... You have to understand that the first time I ever went to Disney World, I was a child, and I didn't even like Star Wars at the time.
Right.
So I didn't do Star Tours in its infancy.
The first time I went to Disney World, there was no Star Tours.
Oh my God,
man.
Yeah, that's Mm-hmm. But
anyway,
I have ridden Star Tours a lot now.
Yeah.
And every time that my wife and I ride it, we're like, I hope it's an original trilogy one. And it isn't. But they do it a lot. Like it's no ride is the same. They switch them all out. There's a lot of new stuff in there, and the Mandalorian will show up, and Ahsoka and whatnot. Right. Cassian Andor sometimes be like, "Hello, welcome to the Resistance," and then he'll leave, and you're like, "Okay, that was fun."
Right.
They also changed it. It used to be Star Tours was like there was some stupid Star Tours tour guide robot. Now it's 3PO.
Oh well, that's better.
It's way better.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
No, yeah, and
I'm sure featuring the voice of Anthony Daniels.
100%. Oh yeah, no, it's 3PO. It's Anthony Daniels, and it's great. And they have a full animatronic 3PO who's there.
Yeah.
And he's like, and the idea is that like there's like a rebel spy among you. And they take a picture of one of you, and then they put it up on the screen, and then like the Empire or First Order or whoever, Resistance, or I don't know.
Yeah.
The droids don't show up. It's not like, oh no, it's Roger. Like it's just either the First Order or the Empire. And they're like, we want you, and then R2 flies the ship out of there, and then they go to cool different planets and stuff like that.
That sounds like a fun story.
It's fun. It's very fun. It's really immersive, and like got the 3D glasses, and plus you got 3PO within arm's reach, and he's like, oh no, he's not having a good time, obviously, based on his cowardice and whatnot. But it's pretty sweet. Star Tours is still pretty great. Also, they built it when there wasn't anything except for Star Wars, so like to lead up to it, it's Endor. There's all these like Ewok platforms, and there's a giant AT-AT up there.
That's got to be new.
It's newer, but it's not like Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, the whole Star Wars park.
Right. Yeah, because when the first time I did Star Wars back then, it was just like the building that you stood in line for, and it was cool, right? Because it was like very industrial, and there were droids, and it was like R2 and 3PO up there where you couldn't touch them.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a cool atmosphere, right? But it wasn't like a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
It was interesting. The line to get in is really fun. You're surrounded by droids.
Yeah.
It's very much the whole point is like you're going into an airport.
Right.
So they really capture the experience of going into an airport and dealing with it, but in Star Wars. So it's like you're an alien. You're not a hero in Star Wars. You are going on a ride in the Star Wars universe. And one of the processing droids, he's a relatively new invention, but there's a processing droid who's like, all right, keep it moving, and he's voiced by Patrick Warburton.
Okay.
So he's just like, okay, keep it moving. Let's go. It's really cute. It's really fun. There's a lot of, and what I discovered from when I went to Disneyland, when we were under the Maker Studios auspices as a channel, when we were in the comic story and orbit, the Maker Studios Disney sent us to Disneyland and gave us one of those VIP tour guides.
Oh, nice.
And what we learned on our tour was that throughout all of Star Wars, basically, if there is a droid voice, it's a celebrity. And there's all these tons of secret celebrity voices. Any secondary character could be like Josh Gad or somebody. And the Patrick Warburton one was like, oh, that's fun.
Yeah,
because he's great. But yeah, Star Wars Land. You've never been to Galaxy's Edge either.
No.
It's something else.
We're hoping to get there this year, maybe. Plan a trip.
Star Tours is still great, and the lines are easy, because nobody cares. but like you go to but Galaxy's Edge, you know, the Millennium Falcon ride and Rise of the Resistance. You were gonna,
when you were there most recently, and you sent me some pictures.
Oh my god.
Sal sends me this picture of him just like hanging out in like the hallway of the Millennium Falcon. He's just like leaning up against the wall. And I'm like, man, that looks awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm like, kids, look what Sal's doing. And they're like, why haven't you taken us here, Dad? What the hell?
Yeah.
So I've got to make good on that.
It's true. Yeah, no, it rips, man.
Yeah.
You, like the experience of getting in and going like and walking through and like it's actually funny. Tiffany and I, the last time we were there, we walked into the Millennium Falcon and there's people who are like ushering you, moving you around. And when you get into like the main area where like, you know, Obi-Wan feels the disturbance in the Force, 1,000 voices or whatever, you know, with the chessboard, that's a waiting area for you to go into the cockpit. But like it's the epicenter because to ruin the magic, you know, you're not in the Millennium Falcon you see outside. You're in like a room far away, and there's like 6 cockpits. Whatever.
Sure.
But the entrance is in that main area, so like there's different lines to go in, and so you're just waiting there, and it's not like encouraged that you just use the area, but when like one of the people who's guiding you is a fan of ComicPop.
No. How convenient for you.
You can sit at the chessboard and get some pictures in the booth and stuff. And that was pretty sweet.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. But that's cool. But it's also like it's like I want to say it's like Last Jedi era. So like there's porg nests throughout the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
I know, but it's cute.
Hasn't
There's
Chewbacca eaten them all yet?
I mean, I don't see no porgs.
Okay, well,
there's just nests.
Okay, well,
I think the joke is because they created the planet for the like. There's no planet in like the index before they made the realm,
right?
But now there is. But the idea is that when the Millennium Falcon came, like the porgs invaded, like the porgs that they brought with them from Luke's island are like
infested.
They're an invasive species.
Nice.
So they like have to keep killing them. It's that's kind of fun, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really great experience. But Rise of the Resistance is like where it's at. The Smugglers thing, they just closed it kind of. Like it's closed periodically. Like there's only 1 cockpit left as opposed to 6.
Oh.
Because they're fixing it. Because the idea is like you can have 2 pilots, 2 engineers, and 2 gunners.
Okay.
Flying it is where it's at.
Well, yeah.
You don't want to be 3rd row back shooting guns or fixing problems.
Right.
But, you know, statistically, you will be at some point.
Right.
So they're like, we need to make it more fun.
Right. Yeah.
And it is really fun. And that was the one that like Tiffany and I really wanted to do the first time. We were like, we got to fly the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
And, you know, when it's, I mean, there's the 3, you know, they're like, oh, now we got to go to the jump to light speed, hit the button. And I'm like, and then the kicks back and you go. And it's infectious every time. Yeah. But I will say I was the engineer one of the last times, and it was kind of fun where they're like you know, because you have to fly and like one person's going left, one person's going up, or left and right, one's going up and down. So like you are constantly hitting shit, and you're breaking stuff on the Falcon. You got to like put out the fires by hitting buttons, and it's like that's kind of fun. Yeah. There's an element of fun to all of it, but then Rise of the Resistance is like it's very immersive, and I won't ruin it because you won't be prepared.
Sure. If they did something where you could be like sitting like one of the gunner pods, that would be cool too.
Oh,
that would be that. I might do that rather than fly.
I would rather. Yeah. At this point, just
put me on the quad turbo lasers that blow away some TIE fighters.
Yes, that would be freaking sick. And it's weird they didn't think of it.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, they should just hire us.
Yeah. We could be great Imagineers.
Yeah, that's right.
It'd be so awesome to be a gunner. Toom. Yeah. Holy crap. Yeah. Oh. I never even thought of that. Wow. Yeah.
I'm your idea, man.
Here we go. Only, you know.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, it's great. It's funny. There's like an eating area where you can buy crap Star Wars themed. By the way, we should mention that the show is sponsored by viewers like you. If you have a question, since there's clearly no theme,
right?
Except I went to Disney World. Right. But if you want to ask a question, feel free to use super chats to get my attention so I can actually look at them. But otherwise, talk amongst yourselves. Here we go.
We get one.
Oh yeah, we got a couple. But before I do,
yeah.
So like, there's an eating area, and they sell like Jawa juice and whatever, Bantha Pops. I don't know. They don't sell Jawa juice.
What?
Or
that's a missed opportunity.
Or Wookiee cookies. I think there are Wookiee cookies, but they're not like. Yeah, doesn't matter.
So they're not like my Wookiee cookie recipe.
No, few things are. But
have I ever made you my Wookiee cookies?
No.
Oh man.
Are they called Wookiee cookies because they're so chewy?
I don't know. I don't recall them.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't recall.
You make them.
I don't recall them being excessively chewy.
No, they're not really. It's just that's the joke.
Right. It's just a chocolate chip cookie.
Oh, okay.
But it's good. I have the Star Wars cookbook.
Yes.
And in there's like, Obi-Wan kebabs, Greedos burritos.
All right. So it's just a pun book.
It is. But to when the kids were a little younger, to get them interested in helping in the kitchen.
Yes.
Let's make Greedos burritos, kids.
Sure, yeah.
And now I make Greedos burritos by myself for the kids. You're like, we want Greedos burritos. I'm like, yeah, well, can you help? They're like, no. No, the new Darth Maul episode just dropped. We're gonna go watch that instead.
Right.
Fine, kids.
Yeah. Fine. Well, come get your burritos.
Come get your burritos.
So you go in there and like there's like it's very immersive, and like everything's, you got puppets and stuff, and there's one middle area where like they're cooking everything, and there's like it's like sealed off because they don't want you touching the like droid, but like the droid in Jabba's palace who tortures the gonk droid?
Yeah. The
guy who's like rolling the thing. He is now turning a crank for like the giant like whatever they're cooking over a spit.
Nice.
And the flame for the spit is just a reused pod racer engine.
Nice.
And it's like, that's really cool. Like,
that's fun.
You go in, you're like, that's really amazing. But there's also another area to eat where Tiffany and I went because we were like, we're in Star Wars land, we were hungry, we had to go someplace else, and we didn't want to like stand and eat. We were like, let's go someplace around the corner. There's like a shipping area, like for smuggling and for shipping containers, and they created a like, it's just a warehouse for shipping containers in Star Wars, and they're making food in them, so you eat in like a shipping crate. It's just. And that sounds so lame when I'm saying it out loud, but it's like, but you're in Star Wars. Like you're like, you're like hiding.
It's an immersive experience.
Yes. Yeah. It's pretty neat.
That's cool.
Yeah. And it's like, who'd have thought that eating in a shipping crate would be so fun, but it was. It's just, and then there's like the characters are walking around, but sadly, like Disneyland is going original trilogy, but Disney World doesn't seem to be making that shift yet.
Right.
But it was fun. I remember going to Disneyland and like we met Kylo Ren. A guy dressed like Kylo Ren. Yeah. And they all have like little voice modulators. Like they don't play the character. They play the character physically, but like Adam Driver recorded all of his Kylo Ren dialogue for
so
the
they have
park.
A little soundboard in there that they're
and there I remember like the radar technician SNL sketch had just come out when we went and saw the Kylo Ren, which is the joke that like Kylo Ren's doing undercover boss, he's just like I hear Kylo Ren has an 8-pack under there that he's shredded. And that's the first thing people say to Kylo Ren when they see him. They're like, I hear you're shredded under there. And he's just, he has no patience. Vader's pretty sweet, though. Tiffany and I met Vader. He was there, and he's huge. It's awesome. Yeah. It's cool. Mando was there, too.
Nice.
With little Grogu.
Well, of course. They have a movie coming out,
Yes. Yeah, May, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Lowest.
Well, no, it's like May 17th.
Yeah,
right? It's the classic Star Wars.
Yeah, they're putting it out when Star Wars comes out.
Yes,
and it'll be the lowest performing Star Wars movie in history, unfortunately, according to the metrics they're tracking. It's not doing well. Who'd have thought?
I'm gonna go see it.
I'll see it. I care. I'll go. I want to see it. I'm sure we'll see it. It'll be fun. Anyway, jumping into some super chats really quick. Here we go. Let's see. Pyro Jet Black says, thoughts on the original Marvel Star Wars comics and the books from the 70s, which include Jaxxon, the Green Bunny, and Splinter of the Mind's Eye?
Well, I don't have any thoughts about
Jaxxon.
And I did not get into those original Marvel
yeah.
Star Wars books. I have some of them,
mm-hmm.
But they're the ones that are just like recounting scenes from the movie. There's no real new material there.
It's true. They made a lot of it. I remember like there being like After a certain point, they were like, "Uh-oh, we ran out of movie.
Right.
We got to start making new shit."
Right.
And Lucas had a real problem with it. I know George hated Jackson.
Really?
Yeah. He's like, what the hell are you doing?
What is this?
What do you? I licensed the universe for you to make comics of my stuff. What are you making up new shit? Especially Bucky O'Hare.
Right. I was just saying, Green Bunny. That sounds like Bucky O'Hare.
It literally looks like Bucky O'Hare, just taller. They did, but I guess George warmed up to it because they did make an action figure of him.
Well,
but like within the last 20 years.
Right. Well, I mean, did he warm up to it, or it's like, oh, I could make some money from this?
Yeah, I mean, I think we all know what the answer is there.
But Splinter of the Mind's Eye have a lot of things to say.
I'm sure. You know, the Kyber crystal first appears, but it's not what you think. Whenever people talk about, oh, well, you know, Kyber crystals power the light, I'm like, no, they don't. The Kyber crystal is a MacGuffin they're chasing in Splinter of the Mind's Eye, which amplifies your force abilities.
Right.
That's what the Kyber crystal was.
There are so many things. So I'm sure they did a Splinter of the Mind's Eye
comic book. They did.
And I would hope that it follows the novel somewhat.
It
closely.
does. It's better.
That's not hard.
Because Dark Horse did an adaptation. So the art's amazing and, and it looks...
Okay, I would like to read that.
No, the comic is great.
Like
we may have it in the library. I'll check.
Okay. But like the content of Splinter of the Mind's Eye
is not
very interesting.
Yes.
From like an archaeological perspective.
Exactly.
It is not a great story.
No.
It's very weird.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Alan Dean Foster wrote it from notes and like extra crap that George Lucas handed him after he did the A New Hope novelization. Right.
And of course, what was the genesis of Splinter of the Mind's Eye? Like, why would you do this weird, smaller scale novel? Because it was the first Star Wars anything, not including the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Right. That doesn't count.
That follows Star Wars. So it's like, if you want to read more, if you want to hear or know any story about Star Wars, it was after A New Hope.
Right.
It's Splinter.
It's Splinter. That's it. And it was a smaller, kind of like reduced
budget
in case Star Wars bombed.
In case Star Wars bombed. So like,
in case Star Wars bombed, George was like, well, we could still do more stories.
We could still do more Star Wars.
Scale.
Yeah. So we could make a movie of Splinter of the Mind's Eye, or theoretically we could make a movie based on whatever Foster makes that is filmable.
Right.
As opposed to it going like bigger, which is what Empire naturally did, thankfully, because Star Wars became a big thing.
The things that show up in Splinter are interesting from like a proto idea standpoint. So here are the things that we first see in Splinter of the Mind's Eye that you don't care about at all in Splinter of the Mind's Eye, but later on we care a lot about. So Luke ends up learning a little bit about the Force from a quirky little Force-sensitive person.
Yeah, a little diminutive Force-sensitive character.
Yeah,
shows him in a swampy area. If I remember
lives
correctly.
in a swampy area. Yeah, where have we heard that before?
I don't know. Novel concept.
Later on, the Empire's entire army gets taken out by the primitive natives.
Furry as well.
Possibly.
They're like shadowy. And I remember they're like scarier Wookiees, where it's like you don't really get. They're like amorphous, kind of like Bigfoot-esque characters, but smaller.
Not Ewok, but I mean the concept is there. Right. They beat the Empire with primitive technology and
superior numbers.
Luke
and Leia more than hook up in the darkness.
Oh yeah, Luke and Leia, because nobody knew they were brother and sister. George had invented.
Even George didn't know, but they hook up. Vader cuts. Luke cuts off an appendage of Darth Vader in a battle.
Yeah.
Luke chops off Vader's arm.
Yeah.
And then kicks him into a pit.
That's right. That's how Luke triumphs.
Yeah.
Vader's kicked down a pit.
Yep.
I guess he survives ultimately.
Oh yeah, he survives. Yeah.
But and then the first mention of a Kyber crystal. And spelled it a little differently.
Yes, of course.
But yeah, that obviously becomes something we care a lot about.
Mm-hmm. Sure, especially going back to Disney World, you need to get your Kyber crystal to build your lightsaber.
Right. The only cool thing that happens in the entire book is at the end, towards the end, when the Empire's army is defeated in the caves by the native species. The commander in charge is like so inept. He's inept through this entire book, and Vader just like gets so angry he just lightsabers him. I'm like, we see that a lot.
Oh
in Empire.
Yeah.
He doesn't failed me for the last time, Commander.
Yeah, but he uses the Force. It's cheaper, but he doesn't lightsaber anybody in half. But it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So, there was another element to it. That they throw away though. a couple things they throw away. Obviously, the Luke and Leia romance, but the other one is you got to charge your lightsabers.
Oh yes, yes, that's right. That's right. Oh, I need a charging port for my lightsaber. Boop.
Yeah, I think that R2 charges him.
I think that might be
I think
right.
he plugs the lightsaber into R2. Like there's like a port and a plug, and he's just like, oh yeah, because it runs off electricity or whatever.
Right, yeah, it's just
that's like
the
what?
crystals just focus the. No.
Yeah.
Well, even in a lot of the extended universe novels later on, they talk about the power cells in the lightsaber.
Yes, that's true.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And something that's never been addressed in a canonized.
No, it's true. Well, because don't ruin lightsabers by making me have to charge them.
Right.
Can you imagine
magic light swords?
What
I mean, come on.
But what? Okay, let me pose this question to you. Would it be fun if in the middle of a lightsaber fight, it's like it just starts to short out? I'm like, oh no! Like I didn't charge my lightsaber. It's like it's not unlike Spider-Man running out of webbing when he's like in the middle of a fight. It's like it's relatable.
It is. Yeah.
Like we never get to see like broke Jedi who don't have access to gonk droids who could charge them up for them. But yeah, I mean, yeah. So Splinter's cool in its own way. It's anthropologically or archaeologically cool.
Right.
But
yeah, it's not. Yeah, don't read it looking for like the great hidden
Star
original EU
yes.
story.
Similarly, don't watch the Star Wars Holiday Special looking for the same experience like I did. We had a mutual friend who owned it, I believe, and we went to his house and we kept asking. We were like, "We got to watch Star Wars Holiday Special," and he's like, "No," because he got it at a Comic-Con. He was actually going to Comic-Cons way before us.
Yeah. He had like the bootleg VHS tape.
Yeah.
We put it in the VCR.
Mm-hmm.
It starts up.
Well, whoa! You put it in the VCR, and then the VCR fell.
Well, that was later.
Oh, that's right, because you needed to pause it.
Well, we were fast forwarding through the boring parts, which was like, most of it.
I mean, yeah.
And then, okay. So the thing with the Star Wars Holiday Special is it was
star-studded.
It was like a variety show.
Yeah,
and it was like B. Arthur, Art Carty, Harvey Korman.
Yep.
Who else?
Jefferson Starship.
Anyway, so there's all these like big names at the time. If you're under 20 or 30 years old, you may not know.
You don't even know any of these names.
You may not recognize these names.
Yeah.
That's okay. At the time, it was a big deal. And so we're just fast forwarding through all these boring parts. And then Harvey Korman comes on. And I go, oh, it's Harvey Korman. And I go to press the play button on the VCR because it was in like scan mode. But it was precariously perched on top of the television. And then
the
whole thing just like, boom, I hit the button. And then the VCR just slowly starts to slide. It goes off. Remember, this is like an old tube television, so it has this big sloped back. Oh and so the VCR goes and just like uses the slope of the television as a ramp, and it picks up speed off the back of the television, lands on the power strip, turns it off, which apparently that power strip powered the whole room.
So the whole room just goes turned off. And then our friend just got up and left the room.
He just left the room.
Yeah, that was that was a good sign that like we should probably stop watching the cartoon. But I also was like I was a big proponent back then, and now, but like especially back then, of like old lost animated series and old animated projects, and the idea of like Star Wars being a cartoon is like, well, I was also hunting for things like Droids or the Ewoks cartoon, and I knew from magazines of the time, Star Wars Insider specifically, that like there were these like Boba Fett's first appearance is in a cartoon.
Yes.
And so I'm like, oh my God, like we have to at least see that.
Yeah.
Which is slow and poorly sound mixed. Like it is terrible. It's better than anything in the live action segments because the live action, I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah,
but the cartoon is also like, it's like, or did you film this in front of a live studio audience? Like, what the hell is going on? Just so slow, and you're just like, man, and it looks like Heavy Metal. Like the cartoon movie, where it's just like, oh, okay, Han has like no bones, like he looks like Reed Richards. He's just like it's so weird.
Yeah,
so 70s.
Yeah.
It looks like the movie. I don't know if you've ever seen it called Wizards.
No, I've never seen this. Nor heard of it.
It's weird, and it looks just like that crap. But anyway, you should see. No, don't show Wizards to anyone.
Oh, okay,
but like look it up and like for yourself. Anyway. So yeah, but if you want to know more about Splinter of the Mind's Eye, check out Mr. Sunday Movies. James made an amazing video where he just broke it down. Nice. He narrates it. Mm-hmm. James is a big proponent of like old Star Wars, particularly old expanded universe Star Wars. Like he was like big on Splinter, which he also thinks sucks, but also he's a big Shadows proponent. Love Shadows of the Empire.
I should talk to this guy.
You would love James. But yeah, Shadows of the Empire, obviously incredible. I got a book at like a secondhand store in Scranton, Pennsylvania that was like The Secrets of Shadows of the Empire, which is a book about Shadows of the Empire. It's at my house. I was just like, I said to James, and he's like, "Oh shit, that thing's expensive." I'm like, not in Scranton, PA. But yeah, so jumping into the super chats again really quick. Let's see what here. Nike 12386 says, "You watching the new seasons of Invincible? Love you too." No, I haven't watched any Daredevil either. Like I haven't watched anything except reruns of American Dad, because like I only have like 20 minutes at a time between meals to be able to like do anything. And so I actually haven't watched more than a couple episodes of Invincible, but yeah, I do appreciate it, but I don't love the show. But I don't love the comic either. Yeah. I love it up until a point, and I think we've discussed that point, but one day we'll talk about it some more. But the Captain Coon says, if you have not yet read them, I would recommend the KOTOR comic. The first 30 issues are Minority Report Minority Report in a secret Jedi coven, and occasionally features characters like from the KOTOR games.
Interesting.
I remember the KOTOR comics before the game.
Okay.
And I didn't read them because I don't care about what happened 1,000 years before the characters I like. But it was fascinating. And Star Wars, especially Dark Horse Star Wars, was like really good at picking like really cool artists.
Yeah.
You know, to do something like really interesting and grounded. Typically, this may be controversial, but like typically for me, the best thing about Dark Horse Star Wars comics were the covers.
Really?
They were beautiful.
Yeah.
Just incredible. Like I remember vividly the Crimson Empire, and just being captivated by it. And I've never read a page of it. But yeah, or Dark Empire, where it's like, what a beautiful looking book.
Great covers.
Yeah, great, amazing covers.
Terrible story.
Well, yeah. We covered it on Back Issues, and it's one of my favorite episodes. It's so funny because, you know, let me get you, baby. Just come on, let me jump in there. You know, I actually saw some lost media. Not lost media. Everyone calls it lost media. But like, I saw a photo. The artist who did I want to say the covers for the Dark Empire series. There's a photo of him posing as naked clone young emperor, like coming, like falling down. And so there's a photo of him like with no shirt on, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of fun. Also, I don't. Why am I so excited to see this? Big Busta says, "Who is your favorite and least favorite actor?" Do you know Jason? What the hell? Who's your favorite and least favorite actor who played James Bond?
Oh God!
And why is it George Lazenby?
Oh wow!
You're
as my favorite or least
favorite? You're a Lazenby apologist nowadays.
A little bit. I'm mostly.
Oh, we just lost 1000. We just lost 500 people.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
Well, no, I'm mostly a Dalton apologist.
Yes, I love Dalton.
Amazing,
Tim Dalton may be one of my favorite Bonds.
His two movies are incredible.
I know.
Mostly the first one.
Yes.
The Living Daylights is an incredible Bond.
I love that movie. It's on sometimes on Pluto TV when they do the Bondathons. I love it every time. License to Kill, though.
It's okay.
It's pretty good.
I mean,
Bond on the Warpath.
I think that Living Daylights is a better story.
It is so fun. So fun.
It starts off so hardcore.
Oh, yes.
Right? Because like, if you're not familiar, Living Daylights, the opening segment of the Living Daylights is like 3 00 agents getting greased during a training exercise.
Yes.
And you're like, what is this? Is not Roger Moore's James Bond.
No, that's right.
It really sets a tone and just goes from there.
Yeah, because you could tell Dalton was like, I want this more. I want to be more gritty, like not gritty. It was Dalton wanted to take it more seriously. Yeah, and he wanted it to be like a grounded James Bond, not like a new grounded James Bond, but you know, like a James Bond was like, this guy is miserable. Yeah. And even you can tell, like even in that sequence, because Bond survives and he gets on a boat with at least one beautiful woman. I don't remember if it's a couple. Yeah. But he's just like he just calls like MI6. Like he doesn't He doesn't fraternize. Right. You could tell like he might. Right. But he's not like Roger Moore would have put his arm around her and then called MI6 and been like,
Right. He's not like that.
No, it's well, but also you might have noticed that like Bond has a girlfriend in that one. Like Bond is after the cellist the whole movie.
Right.
And then it's just her. And then at the end, spoilers, but like they're just together.
Right.
Like he goes to her concert.
Right.
Like he's a boyfriend. And then in the next one, she's gone.
She's gone.
But of course she is, you know,
Right.
which I'm sorry.
Right.
You know.
So when I think about James Bond, though,
You think of Dalton.
No. Just in general, when you start talking about like, oh, best and worst or favorite and least favorite,
Yeah.
I have gotten into the mode of thinking of each era as its own thing, and
That's
that helps
fair.
me enjoy the entire
Pantheon.
franchise a
Yes,
lot more. Like,
absolutely.
Okay, what is my favorite Connery movie versus my least favorite Connery?
That's
movie?
fair. Yeah, that's a
What
good
is
way to
my
look at it.
favorite Lazenby movie versus my least favorite Lazenby?
There's only one.
Surprise! They're the
They're
same
both.
movie.
Yeah, I guess you could say that your favorite Lazenby movie is Secret Service.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the thing I like about On Her Majesty's Secret Service is not necessarily the actor who played it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's an interesting series of events.
Yeah.
And it's I think it really helps the events of the movie help form James Bond as a person and a character.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
Because he finds true love.
Right.
And he loses it.
Yes.
And then
What does that make? Yeah.
Right. What does that make Bond?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So
there's something there. There's something. It's not just trash.
And there's some really fun moments when, and I love, oh my God, it does have my favorite. See, now I am a On Her Majesty's Secret Service apologist.
That's fair, yeah.
The Swiss mountaintop lair
Yes.
with all that is such a cool set.
That's fair.
And such a cool location.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
It's funny, they're apropos of Bond's villain layers, they are reviving MST3K for 4 episodes.
Okay.
They're bringing back the sci-fi crew, or the Riff Tracks crew, if you will.
Yeah.
I'm saying this so that people watch it because I love that team. And when Joel brought back the new MST3K, I rejected it out of hand and watched a few seconds of it and was like, this is garbage. But and I'm glad it's over. I wanted my crew, and now they're back. And one of the things that like they're doing versus what Joel was doing was they're like practical sets. The original crew, the original team. They're bringing back the guy who used to play Crow, who was also the art director for the original series. He might play Crow, but who knows? But the main guy that is my Crow is Bill Corbin. Point of being that they're building all these sets, and like they were kickstarted to get funded, and they like are now releasing like behind the scenes footage of them like producing the show.
Yeah.
And they just released the villain's lair, and they modeled it after one of the Bond lairs. I don't remember which one it is. I'm trying to remember. It's the one with all the silver suits trying to enter the It's the one where it's like I don't remember it.
Can you describe it a little better?
It's underground.
Okay.
It's very open. There's a lot of like explosions in it.
Like cryo tanks?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you talking about
Is it Dr. No?
No, I'm thinking of
Yeah.
brain fart here.
Yeah, right? Is it
Christopher Lee, Man with the Golden Gun?
No, it's not. It's not Golden Gun. No.
Okay.
No. This is like I don't remember which villain had this like subterranean lair with cars zipping around like fake electric cars.
Anyway, so I guess we could continue talking about Bond.
Oh, we will. No, we have to because we didn't really finish answer the question.
Oh, right. So
because like
so favorite and least favorite Connery.
Yeah. Favorite or least favorite Connery flick. I think Goldfinger is my favorite Connery flick.
It has to be.
Right. I mean, I do love Dr. No. It's weird.
And the pacing is weird.
It is, but it's trying to figure it. It's figuring itself out. It's really fun to watch, knowing what it will become. And totally. Thinking about it, like watch Dr. No, thinking they don't know what they're doing.
Right. It becomes way better.
Yeah. Like going like, oh my God, they don't know who this is or what this is going to be. Like they think they're making one movie.
Right.
Like, think of it that way, where they're like they think that they're not going to get a sequel.
Right.
But it's Goldfinger.
Yeah. Goldfinger is the quintessential Bond movie.
Yes.
I mean, it has all the elements in all the perfect measures.
Yes. Absolutely. But I love Goldfinger. So that's my favorite Connery Bond. Okay, so that's yours.
Yeah.
Roger Moore.
Oh man, that's hard because so many of them are so fun yet not good.
Yeah. Oh, they're all bad. View to a Kill.
A View to a Kill is particularly bad, but it's also weirdly my favorite.
That's right.
I mean, Grace Jones is just incredible.
Incredible. Yeah.
And there's so many fun moments with Walken
and
God, Bond and with Grace Jones and Bond. There's so many fun moments, but as a whole, it's just like, this isn't great.
It's not great, but it is infinitely watchable. Like View to a Kill you could throw on and watch. It's so great. And like every time that you're starting to lose the plot, the movie switches.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, thank God. Right. There are some movies and some stories. I was talking to Joshua Williamson, writer of Dark Crisis and Superman right now, who was talking to me about like pacing and how like there's some great movies where it's like right before you lose interest, it switches.
Right.
A View to a Kill is not that. Right after you lose interest, it switches.
Right.
So it's like, oh shit, we're losing the audience, and then they switch. But they don't cut before that.
Right.
But I mean, you know, when they like drop the Zeppelin and they drop the guy out and all the horse plot. Why is MI6 like this guy? This rich guy comes out of nowhere and he's winning horse races. We got to investigate this.
Why does MI6 care?
I think you can let the local cops handle this one, except for the fact that he's also like a supervillain who's built by Nazis, who's trying to flood the fault line of Silicon Valley.
Yeah, so he can take over chip production.
What?
Really, all you have to do is wait 30 years. And,
all you have to do is get into AI.
Right.
And then the government will just hand them to him.
Right. He should have just bought like Taiwan and large tracts of land in China because that's where all our chips are made now.
There we go.
You wouldn't have had to worry about building chips in Silicon.
Yeah,
there's no chip foundries left in Silicon
Valley.
What are you talking about? Later.
Exactly. That's a sequel to View to a Kill.
I know.
No. So yeah, that's my Roger Moore.
My favorite Roger Moore is Man with the Golden Gun.
Oh my God. Yeah,
that is right. So good.
Man with the Golden Gun is perfection. No.
Yes.
My guilty pleasure is View to a Kill.
That's right.
Man with the Golden Gun is great.
Is just great.
Yes, every time.
Yes.
I want to go to the island.
I know, right?
That sounds like bad out of context. The island from Man with the Golden Gun.
Yes. Yes.
Not the capital Island.
We already covered the Lazenby.
Covered and Dalton.
Dalton.
Yes.
So Brosnan.
Brosnan's GoldenEye.
Yes, has to be.
I do appreciate the other ones more, except for Die Another Day.
That's the least favorite.
I've probably I have to say though, I probably have seen The World Is Not Enough more than any other Brosnan movie. It's just on a lot, and I think Tiffany loves that one. It's the one with Tiffany loves the one with the French woman from Braveheart. With Christmas Jones.
That one.
Which, because she likes that character and how like twisted she is and everything.
Sure.
But I've seen a lot of the one with Carver, the guy who plays Governor Swan from Pirates of the Caribbean, and it's just there's a lot going on in that movie.
Yeah,
and you could feel like it's working. Like a lot of it's working, and all the Bond movies are unfortunately, for Die Another Day. Like Die Another Day is horrible.
Yeah,
it's arguably the worst one.
Yeah.
There's a case to be made for it, but the other three, you could watch them at any point in the movie and watch the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah, you think so?
I do.
Okay.
I really do.
Because I've always wanted to like Pierce Brosnan as Bond more than I do.
That's fair.
Based on GoldenEye.
Yeah.
And how great a movie that is.
He's great in it.
He's great.
It's great.
The script is tight.
Yes.
Has great ancillary characters.
And it's also it's subversive. Like you can feel that it is like it's a better balance, I think, than the Craig movies in terms of it being like a critique of the Bond franchise, because it also is part of it.
Right.
I mean, it eventually loses the plot.
Right.
Where it's like, listen, Bond has kind of become a little goofy.
Right.
And then it becomes a little goofy.
Right.
Like quickly. But they also like the GoldenEye arguably should be the last Bond movie, because it's kind of saying like all those happened.
Right.
Right.
Well, I mean, you can get just like the sort of political piece of Bond, and when when the Western world loses its primary nemesis in the Soviet Union, Judi Dench's M is right. He's a dinosaur at that point.
Exactly.
He has no purpose.
That's right. It's so great. Right. He's like, no, we could go on ridiculous adventures where we fight capitalists. And I'm like, oh, okay. I guess you're not wrong there.
Right. So it's just interesting. And what I think that the franchise has struggled.
Yeah.
In that.
Since then.
But
literally. Like, I think the problem, if we can talk about it, is that like the problem with the Bond franchise is that it has lost the plot, and they have forgotten what the point is. Like there was a time, and it was before Brosnan, in every where the next movie was teased in the last movie, where they were like, James Bond will be back next year. They were trash movies, and when I say trash, I mean they were made on the cheap.
Right.
They were disposable. They're just like, you go see the next Bond movie, and you don't care who Bond is. You just go and see it.
Right.
And such that there's a secret Sean Connery James Bond movie.
Oh my gosh.
That happens within the other Bond movies.
Are you talking about Never Say Never Again?
Never Say Never Again.
With Rowan Atkinson?
With Rowan Atkinson, yes, of course. Directed by Empire Strikes Back director Irvin Kershner, which is unforgivable because you're like, oh my God. If you told me there's a secret Bond movie you've never seen, starring Sean Connery after he's already retired, directed by the man who made Empire Strikes Back.
I can't miss.
Oh, it did every time, every minute, except I remember the opening. I was like, this is kind of awesome.
I can't remember.
I think there's like an infiltration sequence where it's like Bond is like on vacation or something, and someone's trying to assassinate him. And I was like, this is pretty sweet. What is this? Oh no.
It almost tricked you.
Yeah, it did. I should also point out that GoldenEye was supposed to star Timothy Dalton. The plan was that Dalton was going to be the next Bond, or the third Bond, like he was going to continue. Yeah. And it was in such development hell. GoldenEye wasn't the name of the movie. They were going to make a third movie. Eventually became GoldenEye. Dalton was like, I'm too old.
Right.
Well, Dalton did not have the Roger Moore problem where he's like, oh no, I'm 85 years old. Give me a 20-year-old broad and we got ourselves a picture. Like,
which to Moore's credit, at that last movie, he was like really uncomfortable with that.
He was uncomfortable with it.
He was like, this is ridiculous. I could be her grandfather.
Yeah.
This is gross.
He didn't say no though.
He did. Well, I mean, man's got to eat.
But yeah, so yeah. But Dalton's like, no, it's too late. It's too long.
Well, and I remember, in the 90s before, because what License to Kill was what, 87?
87, yeah.
And GoldenEye didn't come out till what, 95?
I want to say 94.
Regardless, it was a long
it was the longest stretch between Bond movies until now.
Right. But what I remember in sort of the air was that people didn't really like Dalton.
Yes.
And
they did not.
And he was the worst Bond
for a long
time. And I believed it.
Yeah, of course.
And
then I saw one.
And then when I was like in my 20s and like went back to like, I watched all of them in order and I got to the door. I'm like, all right, here we go. And I'm like, this is fucking awesome. Yeah. What is wrong with people?
No, it really is. They're both great, but the first one, you'll be like, oh, you're onto something here. And it's funny because like Dalton walked so Brosnan could run.
Yeah.
Because I'm just thinking about all the scenes. There's so many great scenes, and Dalton is so charismatic.
He is.
If you don't know, if you don't want to watch Bond movies, but you want to know what I'm talking about, watch Hot Fuzz.
Oh my God.
Which may be Edgar Wright's best movie, but also Dalton is, I would sleep with him.
I might too. Yeah, it's incredible. Just so fun.
Just so incredible. So... When in The Living Daylights, it's great because when they invoke the title, good Lord, but also when they get the guy out of like the country, when they put him in a thing and they shoot him into the thing, that whole sequence is hilarious and awesome. But then Dalton he's supposed to take out whoever was facilitating the assassination of a world leader or whatever, and then he finds it a beautiful girl, so he doesn't do it. Right. And but he does shoot like the cello or something like that, so it scares her, and he's driving, and he's like, no, like, I bet I scared the living daylights out of her. It's just so incredible because he's like stifling the smirk. Is that the one, or is it License to Kill, where Joe Don Baker is like a general who has all these horrible despots, and they all have his face on them as like 3D statues or mannequins, I should say. But
it's got to be that has to be License to Kill.
I think you're right because like that is
so weird,
and dumb, but also it's ridiculous because you're like, the villain is Joe Don Baker, just kill him, and it's like it's so hard to do it, and you're just like ah. But anyway, Dalton's great. But I've warmed up to Brosnan because I was like, I saw GoldenEye, and then you watch any of the other ones, and you're like, oh, yeah, no, well, this isn't as awesome. Right. And you know why? Of course, Sean Bean. Bean.
Oh yeah, no, he
completely elevates the whole picture. He elevates the franchise.
Absolutely.
And Brosnan being Bond is like a collective consciousness being realized, where it's like, oh, what wasn't he?
Right.
Like before that, they're like, no, he was Remington Steele. That's something else. And they're like, oh,
that's different.
I thought he was Bond. He was wearing a tuxedo. He spoke with a British accent, even though he's Irish. And it's like, no, yeah, he is now. Oh, good. Thankfully. Another prophecy fulfilled. Right. And I don't really care for Daniel Craig.
I enjoyed Skyfall.
Yeah.
That was really good.
It's
like completely divorced from any of the other Craig. It's
so weird how
movie.
They were just like, let's make another subversion critique discussion of Bond as a franchise with our own continuity.
Right.
But yeah, I did like Casino Royale when I first saw it.
Really?
I was like, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But weird, and I don't like Daniel Craig. I like Daniel Craig as an actor. I think he's fantastic. You watch Road to Perdition, it's like unbelievable. Everyone's in that movie is great, but like Daniel Craig is a great actor and he's good in everything. You know, he's Foghorn Leghorn in those great murder mystery movies and he's fun. But as Bond, no thank you.
Yeah.
I'm like, especially back then when they cast Daniel Craig, I'm like, why isn't Ewan McGregor Bond right now?
Oh my god. Yeah.
Like,
that would have been great.
Or Jude Law or even Paul Bettany at that point.
Yeah.
Like I'll take any of those actors, especially when they launch Casino Royale over Daniel Craig every single time. There's a movie that like isn't great, but I loved it when I first saw it because I appreciate movies that like try something, or at least I did back in the day. You know, like I loved Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow when I saw it. I saw it within the last year. It's not great.
Right.
And when I say not great, I mean it's bad.
Right.
And what I wanted, as it turns out, was Captain America: The First Avenger. And that's what that movie is. Better. I wanted a Joe Johnson movie, and I got one eventually. I got a good, better Rocketeer. It's Captain America. Sky Captain, not great. It's trying something, and I was like, nice. Another movie like that came around the same time, Down with Love, starring Renee Zellweger and Ewan McGregor. And it's basically, oh my god, I think you would like it because it is basically like a stupid 50s like transatlantic accent love movie. It's like Philadelphia Story, where it's like, this is dumb, but by 50s standards, it's fun. Sure. You know, Ewan McGregor's a gadbout or a man about town, if you will, and Renee Zellweger is like a feminist. And when I say that, I mean like, but also she swoons when she meets Ewan McGregor. So it's like you know how deep are your convictions? But she writes like takedown pieces for like the paper or for some magazine or something. And she's going to do a profile on this. She's going to trick Ewan McGregor, who is like a famous, what's the term I'm looking for here? Oh well. Anyway, Tomcat.
To invoke a 1950s term.
If I could continue to use ancient. Where's my thesaurus of ancient American slang?
Oh man.
Over there.
Yeah.
But she's like, I'm going to convince this like known womanizer to fall in love. And I'm going to make a whole expose about it. That's the movie. Right. The lowest stakes imaginable.
Right.
And it's shot like a 50s movie. It's all on sets and sound stages, and it's got a musical number and stuff.
And is the twist that she ends up falling for him at the end?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay. So not really a twist.
The twist is worse. The twist is that she has always been in love with him and that she impersonated a feminist author in order to trick him into falling in love with her so that she would actually be with him. It's
okay.
It's like
dumb.
And Renee Zellweger has like a long push-in monologue where she reveals all this shit, and it's like the creators are like thinking this is hilarious, where they're like, "Oh my god, this is so funny." It's like, it turns it on its ear, but also it's stupid, and it's like it's just as stupid as those old movies from the 60s, and you're like, okay, but like what? And of course, but then she gets him, and then she realizes, wait, actually, I like the person I've created in order to get you, and I want that more than I want you. So then he pursues her, and eventually they get together. Fart, but. Ewan McGregor in suits from the Ewan McGregor in suits from the 60s. Oh, you look like James fucking Bond. Oh, you should have in like 2004 made a movie set in 1965 starring Ewan McGregor as James Bond. That's what you should have done. They could have gotten that young hot director Quentin Tarantino.
Yes,
to direct it. I told you I'd get it in there. But yeah, so Skyfall is our favorite. Is our favorite Bond
Craig
movie.
Yep.
And I haven't seen the last several. No, I did. I saw the last one. I finally saw the last one.
Yeah,
it's
I actually have not seen that.
It's very watchable.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's beautiful. It's expertly made.
Mhm.
I don't like Daniel Craig, and it's also it's blasphemous, and it destroys the Bond franchise.
Oh.
And it's an excellent movie.
Okay. Do you think that the only way Bond would work in a reimagined way would be as a period piece?
I think that I've always maintained that when you want to reboot, do a palate cleanser movie. And that movie should be a period piece.
Yeah.
And it'd be so great to do it in a kind of tongue-in-cheek way, where it's like we're making a movie about him being in the 60s, and he's going to have like a jetpack, and like they're going to fight communism, you know?
Right.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I would also very much like it to be like I guess Indiana Jones kind of has the market on this one, but I'd like to see Bond fight Nazis.
Yeah, that'd be pretty great. Yeah.
The only one he fights is Zorn,
and
he's only a byproduct of them.
Right.
You know, but like they exist. Louis Delatorre says, if George Lucas were to invent a new IP world, would you watch?
Well, of course.
He did. It's called Red Tails, and I didn't.
Oh, I didn't know about that one. So sorry.
Well, it didn't happen. He made one movie and it didn't work out. But I don't know.
Well, I mean, okay. What are other things that George Lucas has done besides Star Wars?
And American Graffiti.
Right. THX
1138. Yep. Which
I
like
enjoyed that movie.
Yeah.
I love that as one of those. I have a penchant, if you will, for like weird 70s dystopian sci-fi movies.
Like Logan's Run and so
Logan's Run, Soylent Green, THX 1138. Like these are Planet of the Apes. I guess that's 60s,
but still, but it does go into that franchise.
It fits into that bucket.
Yes.
Of things that I will just like. I will turn those on and just lose myself in them. Yeah.
So THX 1138.
Right, and then he made Star Wars.
And then he made Star Wars.
Indiana Jones.
He did Indiana Jones, Red Tails, and and he's produced other movies, and I know that I knew them, but I don't anymore.
I guess the point is that I think George Lucas is a good storyteller.
I think he can be.
He can be. He has good ideas.
Yeah,
and I think that when he has good collaborators,
yes,
they can help him form those good ideas into something very, very enjoyable.
I agree, and I think if George wanted to make something that was Campbellian, I'd be more inclined.
Sure.
You know, something that was like less of a toy factory machine and more of a like myth, but not all the junk.
Right.
Just tell me a hero's journey.
Right.
I think Campbell himself said that George Lucas was one of the greatest students of his.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But so I'd check it out, but I wouldn't. But not with bated breath. Like it's not like another question in that same vein would be like, if Disney brought George back to make another trilogy, would you be excited about that?
I would be cautiously optimistic.
I mean, I wouldn't have been until I got 2 terrible Star Wars movies and 1 okay Star Wars sequel. Like, because I don't like most of the new trilogy, but I don't hate them like I hate the prequels.
Interesting, because I'm kind of the opposite.
I know.
That the new trilogy made me really appreciate the prequels in a different way.
Yeah, that's fair.
As being so the prequels have so many issues with storytelling.
Character, acting, direction.
But they're consistent.
They're not just consistent, they're deliberate. Like
deliberate.
Those are George Lucas movies.
Right. But they're like internally consistent.
Yes.
Right? And they all live in the same universe.
Yes, they all inform each other.
That's one of my biggest problems with new trilogies, that they're just like 3 separate snapshots almost into 3 separate timelines.
Yes.
Of Star Wars. Like, what is even happening here?
Yeah, well, because there's no planning, there's no cohesion. Yeah.
A trilogy means 3 connected things, whether it be a book series or a movie series, but that they all connect and they lead into each other.
Yes.
And the new trilogy does not. It is 3 independent movies that don't.
They don't jive. No, I agree.
So anyway, rant over.
Super Casual Plebe 3 says, "What's your favorite bad sci-fi channel movie or show?" You know, like
are we talking like specifically? I think it's the old sci-fi channel,
like Lex.
Or oh my gosh, I watch. Okay, So around 2003, I was laid up from a surgery for like 2 months. And I did nothing but watch daytime sci-fi channel.
Nice.
And so I filled my eyeballs with things like The Sentinel, Mantis.
Yeah.
And man, they were so bad but so fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's hard to say what my favorite bad
sci-fi movie or show is,
because there's so many bad ones that are so fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cop out on that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, as far as the Sci-Fi Channel goes, I don't remember if it was on the Sci-Fi Channel, so I don't think it actually counts. But like, this doesn't count. It's a cop out as well. But like, there was a show back in the day called Tales from the Crypt Keeper.
Oh yes.
Or Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
And it was a framing device, it's Twilight Zone or whatever. It was just the Outer Limits.
No, those are so fun.
So fun. There's another one called Perversions of Science.
No kidding. I've never heard.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's literally Tales from the Crypt, but only sci-fi.
Okay.
It was basically Black Mirror with more sex in it.
Okay.
And the host was a cyborg sex robot.
How could you go wrong?
I watch it. But the idea was that they're all vignettes, they're all different independent, and they're just like, there's always some angle. Like, there was one story about like a guy who is so, like, he was so self-obsessed that he destroyed every relationship he was ever in. And then one day he meets a woman and she's perfect. She's everything he's ever wanted. And then he hooks up with her, and it's just like, it's everything he's ever wanted. It's himself from the future after a sex change operation.
That's very Black Mirror.
Right?
Wow.
Like, there's another one where it's
man, that's like narcissism.
Yes,
that's amazing.
Yes, the guy literally took the adage "go f yourself,"
right?
Literally, and but that's the show. And but don't watch it with friends, because like the opening of it is like she's CG, and she like grabs her own giant boob and then pushes her nipple, and it opens up. And then the camera goes into it, and you go into a sci-fi world where these stories are taking place. It's like, what?
That's weird.
What are you doing?
It's weird.
So, not that, but like, I'm just telling you that exists. Big Busta says, what's y'all's opinion about the film Highlander? Do you have thoughts on the new reboot? What would you like to see or expect from it? We were literally talking about this yesterday.
Was this guy, does he have your house bugged or
right?
something?
We were literally talking about Highlander and the franchise yesterday. And so the answer is Highlander 1, and that's it. But if you need, and Highlander Endgame, it was fun to watch, but I've seen it again recently and it sucks. And Highlander 2 is great for Sean Connery alone. The show, did you ever watch the Highlander show from USA or whatever?
I didn't.
I did.
I always watched the end of it because something I always watched was on right after. I can no longer remember what it was that I would watch, but it was something like Quantum Leap,
sure,
or it was something like MacGyver.
Yeah,
it was like one of those types of shows, and Highlander was always on right before it, and so I would always catch the end.
Yeah. So you got to see the quickening. You got to see him chop someone's head off.
That's the only thing.
All you know about Highlander is him going, because that's literally the end of every episode. I watched a lot of the show. I love Duncan. Duncan was my Highlander. I saw the show before I saw the movie, but I love the first movie. It's amazing. It's also another like great indie movie that like is just like, what are you doing? What is this? This is like, so what you did was you were like, hey, are you a 9-year-old boy? What do you think is cool? Swords. What, you have an idea for like a story? Yeah, I guess like you fight swords, and if you cut off the guy's head, you get his powers.
Yeah,
awesome. And that's it.
That's it.
But once you run out of guys, there can be only one.
Eventually,
done. Cut, print. Get Christopher Lambert in here.
Yeah.
It's I love Highlander 1. I have it in 4K. That's how much I like that movie. And I need to watch it in 4K because I bet it's amazing. But I believe Henry Cavill is going to be the next Highlander.
Yeah, all right.
And it's just it's a reboot. Thank God. Don't put it in the same universe. We don't need to see Duncan. Duncan was my Highlander. I loved how he had a samurai sword that was made of ivory with it was cool.
Well, the great thing about the Highlander franchise is it doesn't even need to be a reboot. If the Immortals have been around forever.
Yes.
And they're going to continue to be around forever.
Mm-hmm.
I have to.
You could say that.
I have to assume that that new immortals are getting minted all the time.
Exactly.
And so, you could set it 100 years in the future. You could set it 1,000 years in the future.
Well,
you could set it in medieval times.
I have great news for you. First of all, Highlander 2 is set in the far future, but there is there's a cartoon show from the 90s, because there always was a cartoon show from the 90s based off an R-rated property, and it's called, I don't remember what the hell it was called. It's called Highlander something or other, and it's set in the effing future. It's a cyberpunk dystopian future about another MacLeod who has a sword, but it's a cartoon for children, so you can't cut their heads off. And I'm like, what are you doing? There's a RoboCop cartoon. There's two Conan cartoons. And in the same vein as Highlander, there was a cartoon based off of the like pulp serial newspaper strip comic The Phantom, called Phantom 2040. It's weird. It's weird, and it's made by the same guy who made Aeon Flux.
Okay.
But Aeon Flux was a like weird dystopian adult animated cartoon on MTV for adults, and the Phantom 2040 was on Saturday mornings. but yeah, so they did. I mean, we've seen Highlander. The weird thing for me is, where is the Highlander comic book series? Like, how is it possible there isn't like a 1,000-issue Highlander comic?
Right.
Like, I understand if there was one, because look, one of the episodes you were on of Back Issues is about a Terminator book that was published by literally nobody.
Right.
Like, you throw a rock, I'm sure there is a Highlander comic book there is a Quantum Leap comic book. Like, there are publishers who have made comic book series, but no, I mean, like, why doesn't IW or Dynamite or somebody have the Highlander franchise? Like, so weird, because you could tell every story.
Right.
It could be an anthology, it could be an ongoing, it could be whatever you want. It could be a series of miniseries. Who knows? Right. But it's weird.
I mean, maybe it's just that someone hasn't like found the right pitch for that.
I guess, but like, who owns it? Like, who?
Well, right.
Like,
because there's weird properties like that, right? Where like, oh, we're gonna do a book on this, and they do a couple issues, and it's like, oh, well, that wasn't very good.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, well, there's no market for this. Like, no, there's a market for.
You just sucked at it. Yeah, you know.
There's try again.
Right? Remember, there were Knight Rider comics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they should make a good one.
They should make a good. Indiana Jones was a comic book series for a good long time. Right. Dark Horse had the license.
Yes, I have a couple issues.
Me too. I've always wanted to do it on Back Issues, but I've never read them.
Yes.
And I have the one that I would do, and I think it's Atlantis.
Yeah.
Because yeah. Like, I'm not gonna do Indiana Jones and the Curse of the Monkey's Paw or whatever the hell.
Well, those were the video games.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I tried to play one of those.
Oh yeah. Not the new one.
No. These are the old school Indiana Jones, LucasArts video games.
Yeah.
And I think it was The Search for Atlantis. I was trying to play. What a frustrating game.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you need to like, it's one of those games where you're like, oh, you need to go here to collect this, to bring it here to get that, to then, fill out the map so you know how to go to this place to get the. But it's like insane.
Yeah.
In like the King's Quest tradition of like, oh, well, you need to like think of the ridiculous pun in order to know that this thing does that thing. And you're like, I don't have time for this.
Yeah. Apparently there is a new Indiana Jones game that's like AAA title.
Yeah.
And it's good from what I hear. I didn't have a machine that could run it back in the day, like when it came out, so I didn't play it, but now I could. And maybe one day I'll play it, but I don't know. We'll see. This one, it's hard to parse. It's from Tea Time for 480. It says, Ava Green in CR and in general out of this world. I guess it's just these are... I don't know what that means.
I don't know
Ava Green, notoriously good actors, also hot. Out of this world cartoon or TV show. Right. Remember the sitcom?
Yeah.
With Evie. Freezing Time. Anytime I think of Freezing Time, I do this.
And was and her dad Troy in the who voiced Troy.
Of course. I mean, how could you not? He was never credited in the show.
Never credited.
But it's Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds is their father.
Burt Reynolds is the alien in the cube.
I looked that up recently. Apparently he owed the producer a favor or something. Like, they were friends and he was just like, I'll do it. Like, he did it, but he's like, but don't put my name on the show. Didn't believe in the show, which I understand. But I also and I have the theme on my phone. It's like, it's my favorite version of Swing on a Star.
Well, yeah, it's fabulous.
Is that theme version.
Because, people who wrote theme songs in the 80s and 90s were like,
we're just going for it.
Next level stuff.
Yeah. No, you will never hear like more soulful music than a band trying to make it for an animated series from 1995. Like, just like listen to the Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego theme song.
Oh man. Yeah.
Movements and solos. It's unbelievable.
Crazy.
And I will
back into like 45 seconds.
And it's 45 seconds. That's the other thing. Get in, get out. There are more good theme songs than the shows they were for. Like,
absolutely, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I cite the Snorks.
As you would.
As I would. No. And, you know, and I will never not stop pitching the Alf cartoon. The Alf cartoon.
I think I ever saw the Alf. Wasn't the Alf cartoon like on TV the same time as the Alf show?
Yes.
Why?
Although I think the Alf show had ended. It went like it was like a transition.
Oh,
like,
I see.
Alf the live action show had ended. Alf the animated series picked up. It was canceled. Because I think the idea, I may be misremembering it, but like the Alf cartoon, it was set as a prequel series about all of them, the Melmacians, and Alf Gordon Shumway living on Melmac with his girlfriend Rhonda and his family. And it's like, if you've ever seen Tasmania, it's the same show where it's like, here's a character who does not belong on a TV family sitcom, and they're in it now. But that was the show. And then they did another show after that show got canceled, called Alf Tales, where it was literally just, you know, those Looney Tunes cartoons where where Daffy is Robin Hood?
Yeah.
That.
Why?
Right. So they did that because they're public domain and I don't have to write anything.
Yeah.
But the theme to Alf is incredible. Yeah. And if you've ever, if you're not sure, check out, like, I think it's Black Nerd talked about it on his channel, but I've been singing that song since it aired. It's on my phone and I listen to it. It's on my favorites tracks, but that's a theme that just rocks the Casbah, if you will. But yeah, Alf Tales pass. I always, but as I remembered it as a kid, I thought Alf Tales were like, they didn't have enough show. Right. So like the last 2 minutes were just like a stupid like bit where it's like Alf is, you know, a genie or Alf is a friggin' Robin Hood. But no, that was another show where we just milked that property. And I'm like, they did that for the Mario cartoon. Like Super Mario was Alf, or, you know, I vividly remember like Jack and the Beanstalk, but it's Mario. Right. And it's like, what? Anyway. Yeah, so that's it.
Okay.
That's enough.
That's enough.
No, I gotta go. I gotta go pick up Tiffany's phone. So,
right.
I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with us. I want to spank you. No. Whoa. I want to thank you.
Oh yes.
My special guest.
You're very welcome
for being on the show. Thank you everybody for the warm welcome for Jason. Oh no, Teen Time Friday has a question. I recently reread all of Invincible, and yeah, it falls off for a while in the last third, like the dinosaurs, like the Dinosaurus stuff, and making Mark so stupid and unsympathetic was real bad. That's it. Forget about any of the like battle beasts and all the other nonsense, all the chicanery. Making Mark your protagonist unsympathetic ruins your narrative, which should be the takeaway, folks. Like, if you don't make your protagonist unsympathetic.
I mean, yeah, that can we send that as a note to like
everyone? I'd like to. Oh, he also says, plus the fallout of the reboot arc was dumb. I think it managed to salvage itself to some degree towards the end. I agree. The reboot arc is what killed the comic. It's Mark's reaction to the reboot. I was like, go away. I hate you. I hate this. I don't want to follow your adventures anymore. Like, I don't believe in you anymore as a person. Goodbye. And yeah. Also, Kirkman, you know, as a writer, he's a good writer, but also he likes the fact that it's working and making money more than he has story. So he's like, "Whoa, Walking Dead is making money. Let's just keep going." Oh, yeah. And I'll say it out loud in interviews, like, "Yeah, no, we could kill the protagonist and replace him with somebody else. We could keep the Walking Dead going for as long as you'll buy it, or you could tell a satisfying narrative." But why would I do that?
That's hard.
Yeah, that's hard, and it's less. And it's expensive. You know, then I got to make another thing. Right. I'll tell you a quick story about The Walking Dead. I'm sure you're at least passingly familiar with The Walking Dead as a brand. The Walking Dead, obviously, it's a zombie comic which was parlayed into not one, not two, but 3 different zombie shows. But The Walking Dead comic was pitched and during a time when it was over for zombies. Like, Shaun of the Dead had come out and just been like, that's the end.
Right. You'll never get a better
Right, like-
zombie story.
Like 28 days later was like, we just reinvented it. And Shaun of the Dead's like, you're welcome. I ended it. No one's going to watch The Bone or Temple or whatever the hell. But then, so it's over. And then Kirkman's like, and I have a zombie thing called The Walking Dead. And they were like, oh, zombies are over. And so he's getting rejected for a zombie. He goes, oh, but I forgot to tell you about the twist that he's thinking of at the top of my head.
Right.
And it's that there's aliens. That you think it's a zombie apocalypse, but then it turns out that it's actually an alien invasion by way of zombie apocalypse. And they're like, oh, that's subversive. And then he just didn't get to the aliens ever.
Oh, no.
And
there's no payoff then.
Well, no, because there aren't really any aliens.
Right.
I'm just going to keep the book going until whoever approved the book leaves the company, or I'll become editor-in-chief of the company itself.
Right.
And I'll then say in a meeting, like, by the way, there were never any aliens, you idiot. But no one's going to argue with me because Walking Dead was like an overnight success as a comic book. So but I believe there was like someone who was like, what are you going to get? Or you know what? Maybe we should rethink the alien thing. You know, the zombie thing's working out pretty well.
Right.
And I'm like, that's fun. I love those kind of stories where it's like, you know, like He-Man. Master Universe, when they were pitching He-Man, obviously in the 80s, the idea was we have all this unmolded plastic. We need to sell it to children. Let's make a cartoon show that people in like their 30s and 40s will just like die for. That has no substance, but a great theme. And He-Man was born. And when they were pitching He-Man, they were pitching a toy. Mm-hmm. And they were like, well, we know people at Marvel. So let's make comic books that come with the toy that will tell the story of He-Man. Yeah. And so they're pitching the toy to distribute to manufacturers. I believe it was Mattel. And they were like, so what's the age range for these action figures? And they were like, oh, age like 3 to 6 or 6 and up. And they were like, and what's the gimmick? How are we going to sell it to them? And they're like, oh, that comes with comic books. And they're like, but the children you're selling the toys to can't read. And they literally were like, oh fuck. And literally, they in that meeting were like, "Well, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you about the cartoon show." And they were like, "Oh!" And then immediately were like, "Who can do a cartoon show for nothing?" Oh, Filmation. Immediately.
Tomorrow.
Yes. And Filmation was like, "Oh, we've lowered the bar so far. We could do He-Man." And thus He-Man was born. And it's that's like, amazing. Yeah, because they were like, because they were like, well, do we tell you about the cartoon show? And they're like, "Oh, yes, that's how we sell toys." Right. By way, because of all the Reagan deregulation. Tea Time 480. I just met Ava Green. Ava Green is gorgeous in Casino Royale. I forgot she was in Casino Royale. That's right.
Really?
Yes, she's the Bond. She was the would-be Bond girl.
Really? Now I have to watch Casino Royale again.
I remember I was blown away.
Yeah.
I'd never seen Eva Green in anything. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, who is this?
Right.
It's like watching Twin Peaks and being like, who like
right.
Every single new female character introduced to is another smoke show.
Right.
Watch the pilot for Twin Peaks, and you will be blown away if you aren't familiar with like these actors after their careers by like the ridiculous amount of beautiful women in it.
Yes, that's right.
And in different ways, you know?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Like I'm trying to think of Norma. Mm-hmm. Like older beautiful.
Right, absolutely.
Right? But then like you got Shelley and you know, even poor Laura. You know, Laura was hired based on a photo.
Yeah.
David Lynch only hired based on like how the actors looked in photos.
Well, because they only needed her.
They only needed a photo. And then you see her in like Fire Walk with Me and you're like, oh my God.
Right. So the story behind that, right, is that after they met her, they were like, you are wonderful.
Yes.
And then wrote in the cousin part into the show.
I know, yeah.
To bring, I can't remember her name.
I know.
So terrible.
Yes.
So that they could like work with her more.
Yeah.
And then after she like excelled at the cousin role, then they did Fire Walk with Me,
where they were like, let's tell Laura's story. It's so tortured and horrible.
She knocked it out of the park.
I've never seen acting like that in my life.
Yeah. So good.
The thing the moment that took me, because I've never seen a moment like that, is I'll just say it's Laura behind the bush.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. You feel that.
Yes.
You feel it.
I've never seen anyone act like that before in my life.
It's incredible. Yeah.
Cheryl Lee, thank you. But yeah, so anyway, now we'll wrap it up. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you, Jason, for doing this impromptu show. And yeah, thank you to our super chatters for sponsoring today's show and asking some fun questions and allowing us to just stream of consciousness talk for the last hour and a half.
Right.
But we will see you guys. Well, Jason's going to be on an episode of Back Issues coming up, but not next. It'll be probably the one after that. We'll see. I don't know when I'm going to. I have one in the bank from yesterday. I have one in the bank tonight. So like I'll have 2 episodes, and then Jason's going to leave next week. So like I won't have time to cut them, so I have to pick one and then edit that and put it out. So it'll probably be his episode next. So you can look forward to that. But yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for being so welcoming and supportive, and we do appreciate you. If you want to see more, like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell for notifications. And do you have anything to plug? You got anything that people can check out online that they can see more of you?
Online.
You got a blog, I think, right?
Yeah, there's kind of a blog. You could look at my automotive blog where I talk about fixing cars for fun. mechanicj.com. If you want to see me in person, I'm doing a retro computing show in Seattle.
Seattle.
At the May 1st Vintage Computing Festival, Pacific Northwest.
There you go. Okay.
Google it.
Look it up. And if you like vintage computing, he'll talk to you for 10 hours.
I'll talk to you for 10 hours. Or not vintage computing. It's a fun show.
Yeah. I've never been, but you know, I've seen photos.
Yeah, it's fun. It's the thing I do when I'm not talking to Sal.
And occasionally you have a marriage and you raise children.
Yeah.
Yes. As well. Well, thanks for being here, and we'll see you guys next time. So long, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.